Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Makakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work concerning truth. Um, saw this and I just thought it's funny because now, like, you know, the microchips, biotech, kind of microchip based biotech is, it's popping up way more than then you've seen in like even like the last decade, man. That shit in like the last year or so. Really, I think since what's his name, Elon Musk announced like what's it called? It's called Neuralink. Neuralink. Since he announced Neuralink, um, you've been seeing it more and more. And just yeah, people are that's it's yeah, it's funny as hell. So let me read this. So studyfinds.org says microchip can measure stress hormones in real time from drop of blood. And it's funny because maybe a few weeks back, 2-3 weeks back, they had said like people's stress levels were super high, like because of the whole pandemic situation. People have been mad more stressed out. So they might just saying like, hey, look, you can you get this trip, you can manage it, give you these treatments, blah blah blah. You can all that just to more normalize it, get people to jump on it, man. Because that's about getting people to take it. So this is what a groundbreaking microchip that can measure stress hormones in real time from a drop of blood has been developed. Researchers believe the innovation could drastically change the daily health of people. And they said, yeah, daily health. So because it's going to be constant, they'll just say, look, you just get an implant because they've had implants for a while. It's like the biggest one. Well, the one I've heard the most about is the birth control one. Birth control implant, and that's because women are women are ready for anything. Uh, so this is what without any so cortisol and other stress hormones regulate many aspects of physical and mental health, including sleep quality. High levels of cortisol can result in poor sleep, which increases stress that can contribute to panic attacks, heart attacks, and other issues. Um, so, and these things are going to be aimed at Jake as well. So as researchers use the same technology used to make computer chips to build sensors thinner than a human hair that can detect biomolecules at low levels. And because it's a blood sample, they'll probably just say like, oh look, you get an implant, you put in here, blah blah blah. That's how they're gonna push it. So heart attacks, researchers used the same technology used to make computer chips. So the scientists were able to test the device on 65 blood samples from patients. The use of nanosensors allowed us to detect cortisol molecules directly without the need for any other molecules or particles to act as labels, says Reza Mahmoudi, a postdoctoral scholar at Rutgers University. In a statement, Mehdi Javanmard, an associate professor, also at the university's Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, says patients can monitor their hormone level. Funny, yeah. This guy is a electrical and engineering. So what was the first? Well, okay, whatever. So he says patients can monitor hormone level and better manage chronic inflammation and stress at lower cost. Yeah, so because it's monitoring, they'll say, well, you just get implanted, and they'll say, look, they say smaller than a strand of hair, because even that's smaller than the ones that have been before, because the ones before is like a grain of rice, like the size of a grain of rice. Now they're saying a strand of hair. It's like you won't even notice it. So it says stressor. Our new sensor produces an accurate and reliable response that allows a continuous readout of cortisol levels for real-time analysis. He explains, and he'll probably say, "Oh, you can have an app and measure and blah blah blah, and then you can do things to lower it down and blah blah blah." So our new sensor produces an accurate and reliable response that allows a continuous readout of cortisol levels for real-time analysis, he explains, has a great potential to be adapted to a non-invasive cortisol measurement in other fluids such as saliva and urine. So so it's based on blood, but it can be adapted to thingy. But they'll probably go with the blood one and just say, look, let's get an implant, because it's normalizing, and that's the thing. It's like the whole angle that what the fuck's this guy called Elon Musk, the whole angle of like Elon Musk's what the fuck is it called, man? It's called Neuralink. Was so you can become like AI merging with technology as a future. That's the main angle they're kind of pushing it off. Just like, you should assimilate with technology. But then what? But it's about control. Because the thing is, it's funny as hell. Because like people really be out here. Really be out here. Not realizing all the technology that you're using. That they're tracking all your information. It's like it came out a while back with like Facebook, where basically the products is the person, man. Being able to create profiles on people, how they're gonna behave, what they're likely to purchase, what they're gonna buy, who they associate with, where they go, all these different things. This is what these are the things that Esau's focusing on, and it's about control, being able to track people, all that, and it's done been that that's been Esau's MO from the jump. But people want to lie to themselves and pretend like that. Well, that's the thing is the elites are looking to try and use these things to get themselves to try and be on the Most High's level. They're trying to be like angels. They're trying to be like the Most High and be on a different plane. But they're limited, man, by the fact it's carnality. But they're not be looking to let everyone get on that level. Just like now you got the 1%, you got the 99%. Even though you got the 1% of the 1%, like there's different levels. And whenever you go to any post-apocalyptic movie, they always have the same thing. They have where you have those with money, those that are the elite, are able to enjoy life to a certain extent. Everyone else, they're being they're like nobodies, man. They're on a low level, man. They're like human resources, man. Hunger Games is a good one to show that. What the fuck's it called? Handmaid's Tale. And the vast majority of these, it's always like you have people that what you call it, haves and have nots. So this is what the fact that molecular labels are not required eliminates the need for large bulky instruments like optical microscopes and plate readers, making the readout instrumentation something that can measure ultimately in a small pocket-sized box or even fit on a wristband one day. Yeah, that's a wristband. And it starts with wristband and it goes to implants. Same with the phones. Same with fuck is it called? Oyster cards, where they're getting used to it, and then just go, okay, skip to it, and just go move like the Scandinavian countries where you have it implanted, and then have it work like that. So it says stress may hit unseen levels, and because it needs blood anyway, you'd need to, like, I don't know, like prick yourself or something. So to say, oh, rather than having to do that, you can just thingy. Get implanted. Okay. It's at 18 votes. Let me read this. Revelation 13 and 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Yeah. Everyone's out here, worshipping the image of the beast. And that's, the mark, getting that implantable chip is the ultimate display of what do you call it? The ultimate display of what, loyalty, servitude. There's a word, but it's basically you're surrendering all your power onto Esau and just saying, like, look, you can have total autonomy over me, however you desire. And that's really what taking that mark is. And that's the thing is these people, like, a lot of these people already in the mindset of worshipping the image of the beast. They're already, it's just the physical act they need to go through with. They ain't done it yet because Esau ain't pushed it out. But that's why it's the Neuralink. You're gonna have people jumping on it when they start human testing and be like, yeah, I want to get that, blah blah, control this, control computers with your mind and blah blah. These men are thinking of like fuck is that movie, man, Transcendence, where the guy downloads himself into a computer and then and connects to the internet, and then just connects with it, just connects to the satellites, and then is just able to control any and every aspect of of society, just through existing with it. That's what these elites are trying to do, and that's a dream that's being sold. But hey, they by and large, it's going to be used as a tool of control for the masses. So it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah, so only those that have the mark are going to be able to participate in society. And that's what, yeah. Only those out there are going to be able to participate. Because, it's you're seeing the build up to it. And it's coming from multiple angles, man. Because it's coming through the monetary, where you got, what's it called? Like the digital currencies. It's going through, what do you call it? The, restrictions, the kind of systems they're building, like the track and trace, and what's the vaccination passports, the vaccine passports, where they're tracking if whether you've received it, so you can then be able to go certain places, do certain things or not. And that's something which, even though they're lifting restrictions, that's something that more likely than not is going to come in, where they'll just say, like, okay, look, you can do whatever you want, but if you haven't got, people can deny you access. If you haven't got, you can't prove your status. And these things are all just gonna coalesce to just get this implant, and then bang, it covers everything, and it's like bang, life's back to normal. It's gonna be sold, like there's bonuses to it, man. Like it's the key to enjoying Babylon all over again, man. Which is that's what people want. But yeah, But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Shalom.